So imagine you are outside in the woods, and there's a little cabin in the woods that you're staying at, and you're outside and a thunderstorm starts rolling in, and it is like beginning to rain, the big, fat, juicy raindrops, and you know you only have a certain amount of time before you get entirely saturated. So you start running to get to your cabin in time, and these raindrops are getting fatter and thicker, and like they're just like starting to hammer down, and you just run, and you get to the front porch of the cabin, and then you shake yourself off. Shake to get rid of the excess water that has somehow accumulated. Because you know when you run through the rain, you actually get wetter. So you're shaking all the rain off. And then you open the door, and then you go inside. And then once you're inside, you can hear how loud the rain is on the tin roof. It is so loud. Can you hear how loud the rain is? It's just incredible. You kind of got to yell at each other above the sound of the rain. I don't even know if Zoom is picking up how loud the rain is. And then after some time, the rain on the tin roof becomes less loud. And you can begin to hear the raindrops above you, to the sides, some raindrops closer, some further away. And then the rain gets softer. You can hear the drizzle on the roof. And you know that this is when it's time to go outside. And so you head outside, you open the door, you close it behind you, you step off the porch, and you can feel the drizzle ever so gentle on the top of your head. And your spine extends towards this delightful sensation of the drizzle. And then you turn your face up to feel the drizzle on your skin. And then you rub that drizzle into your face. And then you open your eyes and you see a rainbow. And so you reach with one hand across and you trace the colour at the very bottom of the rainbow. And then you reach across with the other hand and you trace across the midline of your body the next colour up. And then you reach again and tracing the next colour up. Reaching again, this time stretching a little bit more those side body muscles that tend to hunker down when we're like running. And then you reach across again, and this time you're going to reach to reach the colours at the top of the rainbow, and reaching once again, and this time you're wiggling your fingertips as you're reaching, wiggling those fingers. You take a moment to pause after touching all the colours of the rainbow, looking into the distance, and you see a butterfly. And so your eyes then start to trace the fluttering of this imaginary butterfly, the most beautiful you've ever seen, as it flits and flutters from side to side, closer to you and further away, and above you and below you, and the vestibular system starts to come online, and maybe perhaps your head follows your eyes, and maybe perhaps your torso begins to follow your eyes. And then you trace the butterfly as it flits off into the distance. And you pause to breathe in the smells of a freshly rained upon landscape and to take in the fresh drizzle that is glistening in the sunlight that's beginning to shine through. Maybe perhaps you make some sounds of contentment. And perhaps not, and that's okay too. Now I'm going to come back in closer to you all. So that was the rain, the rainbow, and the butterfly.